So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room, and they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. Out of the gun now on third down. That is caught at the 7. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Let's go. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 4. Team there, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
They'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. He'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. you're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 7-3 the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by...
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out. A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
This is fielded at the 7. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, But he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 43 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run. There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves.
Touchdown, Titans! Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Titans defense, they get ready. They take the field again. And in a tight ball game like this, the defense looking for a stop. You kind of, if whether you're the offense or the defense, you don't want to be the one to screw this thing up.
No, not at all. And right now, you've got to figure that the offense is thinking to themselves, if you just get us the ball, we'll make things happen for you. Just help us out a little bit. And that's what the defense has to have in mind as they trot out here for this series.
Yeah, right now, the offense on the sideline. Can the defense do it?
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to Tennessee after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. And the Titans getting set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready to.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offense. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And it's fielded at the 34. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But
taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability,
and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Their big tight end, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. So we've reached, and hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Our eyes shift now to the Tennessee defense here. They're losing here.
It's about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down, if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
He's got time in the pocket. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Holding offense. That penalty is declined.
And now after the penalty, the offense will have to dig themselves out of a pretty big hole. 2nd and 18. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. This is brought in at the 21. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
think they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
And the D looking like they may blitz. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they cover things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the one with the ball.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Maybe an anxious moment or two when the ball was on its way, but he does find a way to curl it in.
Oh, yeah. That one definitely hugged the left upright, but he got it to go.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And with this guy, I don't know that you're surprised when he has back-to-back games like this. He just keeps excelling.
What I like about him is that every year he doesn't settle for being one of the best in the game. He tries to make himself better. Almost like those great basketball players. I remember hearing about Kobe Bryant wanting to add something to his game every offseason. Magic Johnson, what do I need to work on to get better? Michael Jordan had that fadeaway before his career was over. Those are the best. Even though they're at the top of their game, they find ways to get better.
So the play clock's running down. And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he cuts it, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Titans are going to take the lead. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize it. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Titan defense getting set now, coming back onto the field. And even though that last drive yielded points, it was a long field goal, so they probably weren't too upset about it. Although here, obviously, they'd like to give up 0.
Of course, that's the goal each and every time out. But when they make that type of a field goal that long, you almost give a little nod of respect to the kicker, like, congratulations. But you do feel pretty good about not giving up anything big.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can not give up anything big on this drive. Surveying the field, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. They'll give it to him right up the gut. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. That's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too. After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
They're going to look to throw. Rolling to his right. And this one's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Looking to throw. He's got time. Now he's flushed out right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now back to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. And now out come the Jags. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Defense showing blitz. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been terrific so far.
I'm not sure how much I really love that call. It almost seems like a little bit of a give up there. But maybe what they were thinking is, we've got a chance to pop one. They think we're just going to give up here, hand it to the big man, and maybe he can get through. Sometimes there's a little bit of courage in play calling, and maybe we don't give enough credit.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. And
into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Their big tight end with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now the Titans defense gets set to go again. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. Who say, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And the defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here on first down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. Out of the gun now on third down. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
Well, it bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation instead. Tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll just... And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll come out in the pistol. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Fighting through. Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up fourth down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught inside the 10. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're out.